Good evening, everybody. This is God's Gifts. I wanted to bring something that I saw on a USGS right after putting up my last message. I was led here, and I don't understand what I am actually seeing. Right here at the top of the search, it has explosion in Cottage Gardens, and then it has another one down here at the bottom, and I'm seeing a few of these. So here's another one. And they're all in line in Oregon, and I'm going to show you some of these that I am coming up with. I took pictures because I tried pulling it up on another tab, and it got rid of these explosions, so I don't know what's going on with that. I'm afraid to leave the site, so I did take some pictures, and I'm going to show you what these are. Okay, so the first one that I actually found was this one here. It came up when I was trying to look up if there was anything going on in California, and it brought this one up, an explosion, and I'm thinking, what kind of an explosion? So I took a picture of it, and it's in Oregon, and this is the area where I saw the first one. Now this gets a lot more as I go through. The dark that you see on here is the populated areas. The red are the fracture zones. And so I started looking, and there was like a swarm around here, and I'll show you on another page. I zoomed in, and it's showing like Route 5 and 58. What concerned me is when I realized that it's all along this ridge here that everything is happening. Now this is a 1.2 explosion. And underneath it, it shows administrative region, and it has just a different, nearby places that this is taking place, what's around there. So I went underneath looking for what does the explosion mean, and it doesn't say anything. It shows the megathrust earthquakes, crustal, deep earthquakes, volcanic earthquakes, swarms, but there was nothing on explosions. So I believe it's 15:31 UTC time, which is 4 hours ahead of Eastern time. I went through the encoding looking for certain things, and I didn't really understand it much, guys. But this is what I pulled up underneath it. And it goes to show you waveforms for this particular explosion. But when I checked into this more, these are all recent earthquakes on the earthquake map, I should say, but they are actual explosions, and you can see that there's quite a few of them around here, and it's all down the same part. A little ways away, actually quite a ways away, is Mount Hood, and there was one explosion, at Mount Hood, but all the other ones are not in one area. It's all, like I said, down this whole thing here. This is Mount Hood, and the orange are showing the explosions. There's two there, two explosions. And the rest of them are all earthquakes. I really don't know what the distance is from Mount Hood to Portland area where all these are taking place, but it's enough distance away that it's not the same explosions going on, and they're different times that they've been happening. This is just another one that happened here. I just want to show you guys. This was June 25th, so they're not the same days even, but they are following this line. And here's one on the 8th as well. So I started putting arrows where these things were happening, and look how far it is from Mount Hood. Let me bring this. So here's Mount Hood, and here's one of the the explosions that happened, and that is Dayton, Oregon. June 21st, another one happened right here. So when I pulled this up, I put some arrows where the explosions are showing that you see they're not the same one. I followed these around, and I was looking, and they are followed from here all the way down to Eugene, and I didn't go much further because it took a lot of time to look these up. This seems to be the area of concern, guys, that I am finding. And I pray that you guys look into this. Anybody who lives in Oregon, Derek, I know you do. If you can get a hold of me or leave a comment if you feel it. I don't know exactly where you live in Oregon, but I pray that you leave a comment. So here's one today on 7/11 at 15:31 UTC, which I said is 4 hours ahead of Eastern Time. And then as I go down below, there's another one in the same area at 18:55 yesterday. Now you guys, I want you to watch this. I'm going to refresh this. I don't know if it's going to stay on there, but it's at 15:31:44 UTC time. It was a 1.2 explosion. And these are the coordinates if you want to look them up. Okay, I did refresh it, and I'll do it again for you guys. Let me back this up. I was trying to do this and help you guys out. Okay, it's refreshing. And it is showing it. So, anybody knows anything about these explosions? I just think it's kind of, I don't remember seeing explosions on there before. I pray that you guys are blessed. Look into this. Anybody that knows anything, Dutch Sense or somebody that may be talking about this, I pray that you guys are blessed. I don't understand this, and maybe you guys do. I love you all. This is God's Gifts.